Hey everyone, Shawn N8N here, and today I'm going to share with you some N8N workflows that I created recently for a company that I'm on contract with. I've been working with them for the last few months. These workflows in particular I built out in the first month and a half. The goal was to make the company's data available in AI so they could chat with the company. Think of it as if ChatGPT were trained on all your company data, and so it could answer any of the questions about what's going on in your company. That is what this initiative was about. So I made these 20 to 30 workflows in the first month and a half. That connection, we're going to kind of reverse engineer here the connectivity and the data and how that works. It works through MCP servers. AI, when you connect up your mailbox or your calendar into Claude or OpenAI, those are MCP servers. And what that does is it enables AI to use those as needed. So if you ask a question like, hey, what do I have on the calendar tomorrow? It's going to go and look at its available tools. It's going to see it has a connection to a calendar. It's going to go check that calendar and then bring back those details to you. MCP servers are just ways that you connect AI to your data. So everything I built in here is sitting behind an MCP server for the most part. There are a few things outside of it, but these MCP servers, as you can see, there's a few of them. The two that I want you to mostly focus on is the sanitized and restricted, and we're going to talk some more about the difference between these. But if we go into the sanitized MCP server, we see there's document retrieval, meeting transcripts, Slack messages, some proprietary customer data, or proprietary company data, and also connections to the company's proprietary CRM. So this again, a user could have this MCP connected to AI and say, hey, what happened in a meeting yesterday that I missed, and what did John have to say about such and such? And it's going to come right up with that data right away by calling this MCP server and using the meetings transcript tool within that. All right, so let's take a look at what is the difference between the sanitized and the restricted MCP server. The restricted similarly connects to these data sources, but it connects to a different version of these data services. So if we look at the ingestion workflow, we take something like the Fireflies. This is going out either on trigger when a Fireflies meeting completes, or on a schedule, or ad hoc as you need it. It will go through and it'll actually check the database first to make sure that there isn't a duplicate, that we haven't already ingested this data into the AI brain, if you will, the company brain. And then it'll redact sensitive data from it, and it both from the summary and action items as well as the full content. And then it does special meta tagging so that AI can find that data better, and it does an embedding, which just means it creates a number map for it to put in the database with the data so that AI knows how to find it. So let's talk about this sensitive data classifier. What's going on here? So if we go into security, and we have a 2x sensitive data redactor. What happens when that workflow has a piece of data and it wants to put it in a database? First, it's going to send it here, and it's going to send it here where we're going to take and apply our policy to it. And our policy has things like, remove legal conversations, remove conversations about people's compensation, remove anything that has to do with, HR actions with employees, PII. All the things you might imagine that you don't want just any employee to be able to see. So it goes in and it identifies that and redacts it, and then sends that back. And this actually does a 2-pass. So it does it twice just in case there's hallucinations. It's very important that it's accurate. It's quite quick when it does it. And so it comes back to that other workflow that I just showed you. That workflow actually inserts 2 records into the vector database being the AI database. One that is sensitive data that has none of the data redacted, and one that is that sanitized data that has all of the sensitive data redacted. So the MCP server I just showed you, it only connects to the sensitive data. It can only, if we look, there's actually a retrieval for both of these, and then depending on which MCP server you're using to which one that you're going to use. So if we go into retrievals, and we look at sanitized, let's see, where do we go? Sanitized Slack, sanitized transcript retrieval. And so what this is actually doing is, again, going out and taking your question as you ask it to AI, converting it to numbers so that we can compare it in the AI database, find the relevant data from all the company data, and then return that data to you. But it's also specifically looking for the data in the field of sanitized data. So you have no possibility of getting access to the restricted data when you're using the sanitized MCP server. And this is great because Qdrant, which is the vector database we're using, and really all of the vector databases lack some security mechanisms to prevent people from just accessing any of the collections. So you really need to gate that connectivity, and that's what we do here. We gate that connectivity using N8N.